Welcome to This Week in Real Estate with Jonathan Harmon and Brian Nail, your local experts on all things real estate in Middle Tennessee. Listen in as they discuss the current state of the market, the latest trends, and have a little fun while doing it. We do want to say the opinions voiced on this podcast are for general information only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individuals.
Did that hurt your ears?
We're live. Thanks for the warning, Trent. All right. So, hello. Welcome to This Week in Real Estate. I'm Jonathan Harmon. That's Brian Nail. Trent does not have a microphone, so we get the intro. How do you feel about that?
Fire away.
Yeah. So we're putting the. What did we say? The press in the president's suite.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. So we are live in Dr. Sidney McPhee's suite. I don't know that he knows about this, but.
Kind of makeshift last kind of moment.
Yeah,
it worked out.
Maybe he won't find out. I don't know.
We'll see.
But,
he watches every week.
Yeah. Dr. McPhee, we love you and thank you, even though you didn't say so, for loaning us your suite. But anyway, so we're in the stadium. We've got Alex Hall and Weston Hargrove, and dude, I'm so pumped right now. So I got my. Where's yours?
I'm wearing blue.
Where's the logo? Do you want me to draw it on there with a marker?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah. You got a Sharpie?
Yeah. So we did we had a Blue Raider Athletic Association meeting yesterday, and we did a little what's the
Membership
word?
drive.
Membership drive. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Yeah. And anyway, so we're trying to build up BRAA. Alex does major gifts, so his focus is on folks that are $5,000 and above per year, basically.
Yep.
Right. And specifically, he's trying to build what's called the Sapphire Circle. I guess the news was we just crossed 100 members of Sapphire Circle.
Yeah, we did. So when we just opened up our naming rights for the bar in the new Student Athlete Performance Center on the third floor of the SRM Concrete Club, Uncle Nearest Bar, was just officially launched last week. So that officially gave us 100 members of the Sapphire Circle. So we're really
right. And then you added one more because it was 101 is what they reported yesterday.
We actually added two since then.
So we're 102 now?
102.
Man, the number is growing. That's awesome.
So let's start from the bottom here.
I jumped way in.
So the BRAA is the Blue Raider Athletic Association. So there may be some people watching who tune in for all of our real estate knowledge and the talk that we give every week about real estate, mortgage markets.
Story of my life, Brian.
And so let's
jumped way too far.
So what we're doing now. Jonathan is the incoming or your president-elect of the Blue Raider Athletic Association, which is in layman's terms, I think it's best
the booster club.
It's the booster club for the university.
For all of the athletics,
for all of the
football
athletics.
Specific or basketball specific.
If you want to support MTSU's athletics program, and we're going to get into some of the reasons why I think it's important to do that, and what value the MTSU brings to the Middle Tennessee community, and how that affects us and impacts us as real estate professionals. So there is a correlation here. There's a reason that we do what we do. I am a board member at large in the BRAA. I'm not a president-elect or any kind of office, and I'm good with that. But
I'm not really sure how I got pulled in there. I think I said yes to something, and didn't know what it actually meant.
And then all of a sudden you're on a track.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So anyway, so tell us a little bit more about the BRAA and how it supports student athletes at MTSU.
Yeah, of course. First and foremost, thanks guys for having us on. We really appreciate you guys and all you do for us. But kind of to give a Reader's Digest version of the BRAA is we are the athletic association that supports all 17 intercollegiate sports here at Middle Tennessee. And so what that looks like is that we fundraise money for everything that a student athlete touches as soon as they get here on campus. So whether that be their scholarship, they got them here, whether that be the equipment that they wear, whether that be the nutrition that they receive from our nutrition team. Travel, all the things that a student athlete touches while they get here, we fundraise money for. Mm-hmm. And so, we have plethora of amount of ways that people can come in and they say, I want to support this team, or I want to support your whole athletic department. NIL is a huge kind of proponent now, especially in our ever-changing world. And, we're really excited. We've got a great team built here, especially with Alex, myself. We're all kind of come together, and, we're really excited for what we've got going on here.
Yeah, and I think it's important to make sure that we denote that it is the entire athletics, the entire cadre of athletes that we're talking. Yeah. So this is golf, this is tennis, this is basketball, men's and women's. This is track, women's soccer. This is football. It's
golf,
baseball,
everything,
softball, all of that, volleyball. So it's all of those teams, and y'all. Here's the thing. So I'm gonna just go right to the community part of it. Okay. Yeah. There's a whole lot of folks that exist in this world, and I used to be one of them, right? That would say something to the effect of, the university focuses too much on athletics. What about academics? Okay, and I know some of my teacher friends, some of my professor friends. I know that at least plays in their mind, whether they say it out loud or not. Right? Sure. I say pretty much everything that enters my mind. So,
you do.
Yeah, I don't filter real well. But anyways, the reality of it is, and you can like it, you can dislike it. It really doesn't matter if you like it. It's a reality. Athletics is the front door. It is the front porch, if you will, for a university. Yeah. And so when a school, my friend Alex here is one of those running elephant people from Alabama. The school is better. The school is better because athletics are great there.
Absolutely.
And it's
undeniable. You look at the flow of money that comes in through the front door of the athletics department into that university, and how they've been able to leverage that into improving their academic programs.
All of it,
and it's become just a world-class educational institution.
That's right, and we're talking everything from facilities to the grounds, for God's sakes. I mean, how often does the grass get cut and flowers get planted? Right. Well, if you have more money, it happens more often. Yeah. You know what I mean? And look, again, I don't care if you like it or not. That's irrelevant.
It's the reality.
That's the world we live in.
Yeah.
And you can work to change it, and I bless your endeavors.
Yes, please do. Give to the academic side of the university. Please, they need.
Spoiler alert: You're not going to change it.
Yeah.
I mean,
the MTSU Foundation. If you give to the BRAA through the MTSU Foundation, you're getting the tax deductible donations. You're giving to a nonprofit organization who's able to take your dollars and invest them back into the community. And you talk about how the athletics department is the front door of the university. Well, the university itself, the economic impact on the Middle Tennessee community is tremendous. I don't know the number, but
I've got a few for you.
Let's hear some numbers. Hear some? Yeah.
All right. So let's just go this route just for a second, okay? There are 148,000 roughly alums, MTSU alums worldwide. Okay. Of those, only about 7,000 of them are international. All right, so we're talking just over 140,000 people in the United States that graduated at my university, at this university, right? Now, of that, the vast concentration of them is right here in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, we're talking it's lopsided, right? Yeah. There's a few little pockets, and it was really interesting. The Alumni Association has a heat map, and it's pretty cool. There's a little concentration up by Lake Michigan, and there's a concentration in Central Florida, and it's kind of weird. I'm not really.
I can totally understand Central Florida, but Michigan.
It's bizarre, dude. You should look at the map, and they color code it, and the darker the blue is, the more there is, and there's as dark a blue as Rutherford County is in one county in Michigan.
Wow.
And I'm like,
I don't know. Maybe a couple got banded together, and they were just like, let's go to Michigan.
I don't know. Is there a family compound up there? I'm not really sure.
Hit us with some more numbers. Let's keep going.
So if you think about that for a second, all right, and I don't have the full economic impact, but just think for a second, okay? There's 150,000, 160,000 people in the city of Murfreesboro, right? And the biggest concentration, and this is this is what people don't get. A lot of students, my son is graduating high school in 6 days or whatever, and people, there's this thing. It's like, well, I guess I'll just go to MTSU, and they don't understand what they're saying when they say that, and then they get here and they get truly a world-class education. Yeah. MTSU is a phenomenal institution educationally, and a lot of people will say that because we've historically been kind of a suitcase college, right? You hear that term. And because our athletics are not what are we now, Power 4, Power 5, whatever it is. Who got dropped?
Pac-10.
Pac-10. Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay. And so they say that, but then they graduate, they go here, they learn, they make connections, they graduate, and then they're like, holy crap, this is a great place to be. I love Middle Tennessee. Yeah. I love everything about my community. I say that. I love most everything about my community. There's some few things that I would work on, and I am working on. Yeah. But so people stay. Yeah. That's my point.
And the how many jobs are here on campus? From
what it's like 5,000 or 6,000 jobs on campus. Yeah. It's like the 4th or 5th biggest employer in Rutherford County. Yeah. In terms of just numbers. Yeah. And my chamber friends, y'all can probably correct me. It's somewhere in that vicinity. Yeah. So these are people and the graduates. I mean, what is one of the biggest products that MTSU turns out? Teachers. Yeah. Teachers. Walk through a Rutherford County school right now without seeing a teacher that graduated from MTSU.
You can't do it.
You can't. It's impossible.
You can't do it.
It's not possible.
Yeah. And the music business, the recording industry
concrete
has been great for a long time.
We talked about the Concrete Club already, little teaser there.
Aerospace. We're looking at a shortage of air traffic controllers. Yeah. We have a phenomenal school for that.
Have you ever been in the tower?
Yes. Yeah.
Holy cow, that's the coolest thing I've ever been in.
So and we're getting away from athletics a little bit. We'll get back to you guys, I promise. But over in in that particular building, the Business and Aerospace building, there is a room when you walk into it, and it is a 360-degree screen, and it looks like you are in an air traffic control tower. And what you're doing when you're in lab in that room, they can dial up Heathrow in London. They can dial up Dulles in
literally
Washington,
any airport in the world, minus the covert ones.
Yeah, they can pull up the community airports like Murfreesboro Municipal. Like they can pull up any airport. You can
in real time,
and you can look and see. They do a lot of simulations too. Yeah. So while they're calling out what they want the planes to do, in the next room over, there are pro pilot students who are doing a simulator of flying, and so they're coming into this space that's air traffic controlled. It's a really, really interesting thing, and boy, that's a place where we need to put as many employees out in the world as we can.
It's
and I'm
life
talking about
experience.
Middle Tennessee. I'm talking about in the world.
Yeah.
We have a shortage of air traffic controllers, and we have a great program for it here.
Which is historically one of the most stressful jobs. Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
Hard stop. Yeah. Right. And so they get real experience doing that. Right. Yeah. And our student athletes can go do that. They can be that. It's very highly compensated. Yeah. And I don't know. It's awesome. So quick story. When I sat in there to see the demonstration, they pulled up Memphis in real time. Y'all, Memphis is nuts as far as their airport goes, and it's all FedEx planes. Yeah. There are FedEx planes they're everywhere. It's like a blanket of them. It was crazy. And they're saying, okay, go up 10,000 feet or whatever, you got to circle again, that kind of stuff. It's crazy.
Now, me being a graduate of this university, just to kind of echo y'all's point, is the connections, the people that I've met. I was very involved here. I worked in the athletic department while I was here. I was also in a fraternity here. There's a lot of.
You can shout it out if you want.
Yes, Phi Delta. Phi Delta Theta. We fairly newer chapter here on this campus, but some of those guys, we were talking about pro pilots. My roommate in college was a pro pilot. He now flies in the Delta program.
That's awesome.
So it's a really cool thing to see all these guys go on and do their careers and kind of keep in touch with each other. But if you want just about anything, Middle's the place to be.
It is. And the whole point, going back full circle, is this university puts people into our community that are highly compensated, that are important people, whether it's a police officer that got a criminal justice degree, whether it's an entrepreneur that went through the business school. whether it's a pro pilot, whether it's the concrete guy that learned about mixing concrete, and in order to get started, maybe they're supervising a pour site or whatever. Yeah. A teacher, all of those people. I mean, I can't even think of all the different degrees. There's so many.
There's so many. Yeah.
All of those people are the people that are spending money and doing things. Sorry, he said quit tapping. That are spending money and doing things here in our community. So from our standpoint,
they're buying houses, they're getting mortgages, they are raising their families, and they're the employees here are doing the same things, and the support, the restaurants around the area that benefit from having people coming in on game days, and people, Jimmy over at the tennis program, we do a lot with them. Like,
shout out to Coach Bourne.
There's we could
conference champ.
6 Pete, baby.
We could keep on beating that horse.
Well, and I want to land it with this, okay, and then we're going to really talk about BRAA. Is that every single time that the football team or the basketball team or the tennis team, the 6 Pete, whatever, that they do something incredible, right? It raises the value of my degree just a little bit.
Yes.
Right? And so it makes me a little bit more valuable, even if it's just a little bit. I don't know, you guys weren't around yet, but do you remember when MTSU beats Michigan State in the NCAA tournament? Right? Yeah. Do you know that for the next 2 weeks after that happened, that we basically broke Twitter during that time 100%. When it happened? And searches for MTSU hit an all-time, still unbroken high. So if you don't believe that athletics is the front door, you're just wrong. Yeah. And I'm not one to usually say that. You are entitled to your opinion, but this one, you're wrong. So, it is the front door.
And to your point, like, if you are, you and I, we live here, we work here. This is where we've chosen to settle down. There's in our profession, we're not likely to pick up and move to another area. But if we were, and we were job seeking in a different industry, in a different area, or if for anybody who sends their children here to MTSU, you want their degree to have some value and to be marketable,
some weight as
employees.
Yeah.
And so that name recognition of the university is huge when they're looking, when HR people are looking at resumes and they don't know what MTSU is, but that resume just goes in a stack, Mm-hmm. But if they are like, MTSU, that's that school that beat Michigan State. I've heard of it, and so that now maybe that person gets an interview and gets a chance to come in there and sell themselves.
It's an incremental little leg up, right?
Yeah.
And so that brings us back to you guys.
Yes.
So annual giving, major gifts,
Yep.
right? So help distinguish between the two. I mean, I know dollar amount is part of it, but also purpose is different, right?
Yes. So it's largely based on what funds are appropriated where. So major gifts for us right now, we're in the middle of a capital campaign called the Bill Blue campaign, launched back in 2021.
Yep.
So we are just finished phase 1, which is the Student Athlete Performance Center, which that ribbon cuts on July 30th.
I'm so pumped, dude.
So pumped about it. We're all very excited, long overdue. Then phase 2 was just finalized by the state governor's budget. Murphy Center will be renovated. Building's over 50 years old and hasn't seen much uplift since then. So we're going to be completely redoing the Murphy Center, and
we're getting rid of those godforsaken long stairs, right?
Yes. Can't confirm or deny, but we are.
It's on the plans. There's supposed to be a plaza with escalators.
So the very weird alien-like stairs on the front corner will be will be gone.
Step and a half stairs. They're so weird.
Yeah, so those will be gone. So that's my primary focus, is to raise money for the Bill Blue campaign, and largely through naming opportunities. So if people want to leave their mark on the SAPC, whether they're a passionate alumni or a former player, we have a lot of former football players that have a stake and interest in the Student Athlete Performance Center because of the football operations wing in there.
Sure.
A lot of basketball players have expressed interest in the Murphy Center. A lot of former tennis players invested with Coach Jimmy at the new Adams Tennis Complex. So that's kind of where my realm is. And then a little bit of overlap with the Weston with premium seating. But Weston can tell you a little bit more about that.
Well, before we move over to that, tell us a little bit about the Sapphire Circle, because we talked about that early. So tell us what the Sapphire Circle is.
So
oh, good. Yeah. So
tie it up.
Yeah. So the Sapphire Circle, I also oversee the stewardship of the Sapphire Circle and the growth. When you commit a major gift, which at Middle Tennessee is classified as a $25,000 cash commitment over 5 years, like Harmon said, $5,000 a year, or leaving a bequest or planned gift in your estate of over $100,000, that qualifies you to be a part of our Sapphire Circle, which is our major gift society here. Just gives you like a higher level of stewardship and access than the typical BRAA member. Invites to private events, meet and greets with coaches and players. Just
an extra lapel pin.
Yeah, an extra lapel pin and some more.
Some things.
Really good looking lapel pin.
It is, yeah.
So I oversee the growth and stewardship of that, and so there's a lot of overlap in the people that are giving to the Bill Blue campaign and people that are in the Sapphire Circle. So.
Yeah, so if you're a person that loves this university and likes to know what's going on, like really know what's going on, that's where you belong.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's something that I kind of learned from my days at Alabama is that people when they're involved in something like the BRAA or the Sapphire Circle, I think what they really want, like they do love this place, but they also do like access. And I think like when you are giving at that certain level, I think you are entitled, because it's partially your money that is driving the project. I think you are entitled to some level of access to, kind of know what's going on.
100%. And so annual giving, let's differentiate here.
Oh yeah, it's like Alex said, we kind of have some overlap in some areas, but basically at my level of annual giving is I oversee a lot of different areas. We have just around 1,200 members in the BRAA, so I oversee anything from membership benefits to parking to game day areas to premium seating. So we've got a couple different areas. We've got open air boxes, we've got suites, we've got the Hendricks Club, the Stadium Club, which has been around for who knows how long.
15 years now?
Yeah.
It seems like,
15.
Maybe even a little longer than that.
Seems like yesterday, man.
I know. I remember the dedication and everything. Yeah. It was crazy.
Right. And so then now we've actually added a new premium area as well called the SRM Concrete Club. So we've been thankful with our partnership with SRM Concrete.
Shout out to the Hollingsheads.
Yes, the Hollingsheads. They are incredible. And they have given some money to designate that space. And so that will be used as a premium space, brand new. We'll cut the ribbon on July 30th, like he said. And we're really, really excited for that. But yeah, I oversee any gift from usually, $1 all the way up to 10,000 plus. I have some overlap with some major gifts as well. I have my own kind of portfolio of people that I work with specifically.
But there's designations. So Sapphire Circle giving is not the same as what we call Champions Annual Fund giving, right?
Yep.
So there's multiple different ways you can give, and I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but Champions Annual Fund, of course, is an all athletics encompassing. It kind of goes towards that cost of living for the athletes, nutrition,
books and food and travel, all of that. Yeah.
You can also give in a way that goes sports specific. So if you're a big supporter of, Rick Ensel and his women's basketball team, you can give directly to women's basketball, and they can use that as kind of their discretionary fund to go recruit girls. They can go and use that to, fund planes for, Coach Ensel or anybody else to go get on. And then also kind of the last level of that is, the ability to give your money towards a scholarship, right? There's a lot of, different areas with Student Athlete Impact Fund, Alston money. If you don't know what Alston money is, it's kind of a older thing in our industry where it kind of goes to fundraise scholarship money for international students. And so that's what we kind of do. That's what I'm overseeing right now, and I think we're making a lot of good headway, and we're really excited to see what's ahead.
Awesome, Brian. I want to be really real for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, as an alum, somebody that was involved when I was here at Middle, as a student, to somebody that has stayed involved pretty much consistently since I graduated. And if you're like me, okay, and if you can relate to what I'm about to say, then I need you to listen really closely, okay? MTSU has not done a great job over the past of engaging its alums, of retaining its alums, and of welcoming them back in, right?
Yeah.
They're just not. And anybody that's at this university will tell you that if they're being honest with you, okay? They just haven't. But what I will tell you is that over the last 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, maybe even, the hiring process, they've been bringing in people that are energetic, that are dynamic, that see the problem,
Yeah.
right? And are saying, okay, what are we going to do about it?
Yeah. Trying to correct some wrongs.
Absolutely. And steer the ship, and not just correct wrongs, because you can't fix it
Right.
necessarily, but let's move forward from it and do the right things now.
Yeah.
And that's what we've got. We've got these two guys. Hans just left, but he was here for 3 years. Lee is doing a good job of that kind of stuff. And the coaches are engaging. And I mean, there's just like a different feel. There's a different wind.
There is some momentum and
Yes.
an aura in the air around the athletics department that if you haven't been, if you've left, if you're watching this.
And I don't blame you. I'm not mad at
Yeah.
you, just so you know.
What's the prodigal son? Come back.
Yes.
Come on back. We
We need
welcome
you.
you back. We need you to capitalize on this. And boy, I tell you, man, college athletics is changing.
Oh
It
my
is
gosh,
changing
every single
so
flipping day, it seems
much. And it's going to be fascinating to watch how things develop the next 3 years. I'd say
Dude,
5.
3
but no,
months? Are you kidding? There's
major
legislation
stuff
and-
that's coming in the
Yeah.
next few months. Just in the way that and we you talk about a pendulum that has swung from student athletes not being able to be compensated. And but being compensated on the table at a lot of places,
Cheating.
right?
Call it what it is.
And that pendulum has swung so far now to the other side that there is a world of haves and there's a world of have-nots, and we don't want our university to be in that have-not category when the dust settles.
That's right.
Because I'm speaking for myself here, but I see the value and everything that you've talked about the front door of the university, the value to my degree, the value to my kids' degrees if they come to school here, my friends' kids who come to school here. I'm involved with my fraternity as an advisor and watching these kids come out and go on and have successful careers as pilots and business people I want them to have all the opportunity for success that they can achieve with their skill sets and
That's right.
and their work ethic. And I know what their capability is, but you got to give them the opportunity, and that comes from some of that name recognition.
For sure. And here's the thing, y'all. So Blue Raider Athletic Association, BRAA, you can join BRAA for $100.
Right.
$100.
Yeah.
Right. And that gives you a certain amount of benefits, right? What's in it for me? Okay. And those gifts can go, I mean, you just keep going, whatever that happens to be, right? But you can join for $100 a year.
Yeah.
Okay. And at the very worst, you get a parking pass.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you come to a football game, instead of paying $20 to park over here,
Right.
you get a parking pass and you don't pay anything extra.
Yeah.
Right. And a basketball parking pass. So
Actually, no.
no. Oh.
So with basketball, it is with basketball it's $100. For football, it's $250.
There you go. I stand corrected.
But there's a couple different things, and I also want to highlight this event that we do, and I believe here at Middle we do this really, really well. Is our donor celebration. It's
coming up, August, right?
August, yes. We're just
It's always a great party.
At Hollingshead.
at Hollingshead.
Do y'all see a theme here?
Right. It's in an airport hangar.
It's awesome.
We have all the lights, we have all the things going on, and it's really a time for us to thank our members. You guys being board members, every single member, all the way down to the lowest of levels. We want to make sure that we love on everybody, because truly, without the support of our community, without the support of the people who invest in our kids each and every day, we would not be where we are today, and we don't have room to grow. And so I really, I personally want to say thank you to each and every person that is a part of the BRAA. that has contributed to this community, because we're really grateful.
Well, here's the rest of my appeal. Nick McDevitt,
Yes.
turn some stuff around. That's the men's basketball coach, right? Coach Mason, football coach. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm excited. I was excited last year. Things didn't go like we wanted them to. I'm excited this year. He's had a chance. He's got his people in. It's the coaches and the administrators and things are happening, you guys. And if I'm sitting in your shoes and I have been a Blue Raider faithful for a while, and then I stepped away because of all the things that we've already addressed, now is the time to get back in.
Yeah.
It's right now.
Come ride the wave with us.
That's it.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun, and it's not expensive. You get to hang out with me. You can come tailgate with me at the Hillbilly Hilton. It'll be great.
You take your family of 4 to a Nashville Predators game. You can't do it for less than $700. By the time you pay for parking, food, tickets to the game itself.
Yeah, what's a game ticket to like a Tuesday night game? It's $100 easily.
Yeah, so the value here is incredible.
Yeah.
You got a good product. Sometimes they're going to win. Sometimes they're going to lose. That's sports. But you can come and your family can have a lot of fun and a good time at our basketball games, our football games, at our soccer matches,
baseball, tennis.
games. Tennis, man, I'm telling you, the tennis program, men's and women's, are just on fire.
I have not watched a full tennis match until last year.
And it's fun.
Ever. It was awesome. I had no idea what was going on except they were hitting the ball back and forth. But like all the scoring is so bizarre. I still don't really understand it. Coach Jimmy, you're going to have to help me. But whatever. It's so much fun. Yeah. And I mean, those dudes.
They get after it.
Woo! They are intense.
Yeah. And I'll say that credit to Coach Jimmy Morname for this season, because this is this 6-time repeat conference championship. All right. So like, I will tell you, there have been some years where it was a foregone conclusion that they were going to win the championship.
This was not one of them.
This was not one of those years. They battled, and they did it on the road at the host university, against the host university, and they came out on top.
They did.
And then they've had some injuries they've had to work through, some other issues they've had to work through. Like, to win it this year, it was earned.
Yeah.
And not that it wasn't before, but the competition level wasn't the same as it was this year.
That's right. Well, jump on board. Talk to this guy about joining BRAA. Our goal is 2,500. We want to double the membership.
100%.
And it's doable, y'all. It's doable.
You're talking about 145,000 alumni.
Right here.
And we want 2,500 of them to give to the BRAA.
$100.
I was fixing to say, literally, it's less than $10 a month. If you want to set up on a payment plan.
And we can do that now.
And we can do that now.
It's $8.33 a month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you go to Starbucks and that's literally a medium coffee or a large coffee. Like
they don't use that term. It's a
whatever.
venti
and a grande. Yeah, I see. You can tell that I don't go to Starbucks.
I go through the drive-through before and I was like, I want a medium. And they're like, do you mean a whatever? I'm like, no, I want a medium. And they're like, okay, boomer.
Right.
Yeah. Although I'm not, I'm Gen X. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
So give $100, but give $250. Get the football party.
That's right. It's worth it.
You can. It is worth it.
Hey, and open. I'm not joking. Open invite. Hillbilly Hilton tailgate Saturday.
It's incredible.
Yeah. So so I'm the outsider in the room. I'm not the middle guy. So what is the Hillbilly Hilton?
Oh, buddy.
So
bless his heart.
I'm telling you. Hillbilly Hilton, and I'll let you explain it a little bit more, kind of the origin of it, but if you've never been to the Hillbilly Hilton, please take Jonathan up on his offer. Just come to a game. We play August 30th here at Floyd Stadium.
Against Austin P.
Against Austin P, in-state team. We are really, really excited. We've got the #1 recruiting class in all Conference USA coming this year.
Coach Mason's been
his team,
busy.
Yeah, they've been busy getting guys from all over transfer
Big
portal,
dudes finally on our line. Hallelujah.
So, come out to the game. Go tailgate.
So to answer your question, it is a 1978 International school bus that has been converted into a camper of sorts. There are prison mattresses in there that you can sleep on. That's a true story.
Where'd you source those?
I didn't. Shout out to our friend, Mr. Danny Fair, built this thing back in 1970 or 97 rather. And but here's the fun part. 2 years ago, when they tore the end of the stadium off to build the SAPC, I was able to get through Lee's help some bleachers, and so the roof deck now is bleachers out of Floyd Stadium.
So cool.
So it's this old school bus that has been converted
Long
into
nose school bus.
a tailgating machine. It's got a deck up on top, so you can climb a ladder, get up on top, and you can see the whole tailgating area.
And we got 2 smokers that we bring. And I mean, we throw down.
That's awesome.
It's
great.
incredible.
We start on
tailgate.
Friday night.
Last year in the homecoming parade, and I don't know if we'll do this again this year.
Oh, we're doing it.
We're doing it? Okay.
Absolutely.
So last year in the homecoming parade, the Hillbilly Hilton drove down Main Street, Murfreesboro, with Stones River Revival, a full band playing on that deck.
So cool.
Just playing cover songs, music that everybody knows.
It was
just
awesome.
Rolling down the road, and it was fantastic.
Right after we hit a branch and ripped the rails off. Yeah, we actually had it. You might not even be able to tell from the pictures, but we had it held together with ratchet straps.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about an iconic piece of Murfreesboro real estate. Like, I know we're on a real estate
Yes.
show right now.
Yeah.
My man right here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep. I got to go replace the battery in it. Hopefully that'll make it start. Bless the Hillbilly Hilton's heart.
It's been around.
Yeah.
All right. Anything that you want to close with real estate related?
I mean, not really. You know, the market's slow still. Yeah. I mean, and I say slow, it's picked up from January, but the seasonality of it, I mean, it's just, it would be the most boring kiddie roller coaster right now if you plotted out the curves right now. Yeah. And here's the thing. I mean, we say it every single week. You know, there are opportunities. Anytime there's chaos, there's opportunities.
Yeah.
And there is absolutely chaos right now. And the chaos, dude, every day I look at any kind of news, I'm like, what? So the chaos is there, and it's going to be there.
Yeah.
So when there's chaos, there's opportunity, and there's opportunity right now in real estate.
I'm helping so many first-time home buyers right now.
Because this is the best shot they've had in years.
And it's the wonderful thing to see them come in and get pre-qualified for a mortgage, and then get out there and go shopping, find the house they want to live in,
Get some closing costs, get repairs done.
and then buy the house.
yeah,
You know?
use THTA.
They can go shop for a house. They can go look at 5 or 6 houses
And sleep on it.
over a month, and then sleep on which one they want to buy. Do I want this one? I'll sleep on it, instead of feeling pressure to get the offer in before 7 other offers hit.
And pressure to get money from mom and dad because they can't use THTA because it's
Yeah.
going to get turned down or what. I mean, fill in the blank, dude.
The offer's going to get turned down, not the loan.
Yeah, the
THTA
offer.
loans are good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The offer will get turned down, and we can unpack that more. We have before, but I mean, opportunity and chaos, dude.
Yeah.
That's the story right now in real estate.
There's plenty of it out there. Thank you all for watching. It's
Or not watching. All 3 of you that did, we appreciate
The good thing
y'all.
is we've got some live viewers, but this thing gets it'll be out there for people to watch.
It'll
later,
be up
too.
to like 12.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, we appreciate
Our
you.
numbers have been
Yeah.
been trending up, man. I've been watching. Like we're getting more eyeballs on
Slow
us.
burn.
Yeah.
Slow burn.
Yeah.
We'll make sure to get you guys out there to the world. Like I know I'm like, okay, this is my first ever podcast I've been on.
Is it
Right?
really?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, up top.
So I'm like, okay, let's share this with the family.
Yeah.
Let everybody watch.
Yeah.
You might see an uptick in
Right on.
viewership a
Love
little
it.
bit, but
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Alex?
That's it. I think just thanks for y'all having me on,
thanks for
having us
having
on.
us
This
on.
has been
Yeah,
cool.
this has been awesome.
This is fun. What you guys are doing is fun, and that opportunity in the chaos, right? The chaos is clearing a little bit.
Yes.
Within the blue hallways, but the opportunity is there, and man, the excitement level and what you guys can accomplish, and y'all still have the energy to accomplish. It's tremendous.
What a great correlation, opportunity and chaos in real estate and in college athletics. There's a really that's a very astute correlation, Jonathan.
Why, thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. All right, that's it. Trent, you got anything?
He can't talk anyway.
Yeah, I know, but
no mic over there.
we can relay it. Yep. All right, that's it. All right, join the BRAA.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you for listening to another episode of This Week in Real Estate with Jonathan Harmon and Brian Nail, your go-to resource for all things real estate in Tennessee. Be sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review. We will see you all on the next one.
Now for the nitty-gritty. Premise Mortgage Company is a subsidiary of Premise Bank, member FDIC. Premise Mortgage NMLS number 1894879, BK number 1042893, ML number 1894879. As always, all loans are subject to credit approval and product guide equal housing lender.